teaching for middle school students. But first, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Rini from Pontianak, Indonesia. I'm teaching in a private school, MTS Mujahidin Pontianak in Indonesia. So my concern here is my class and grade students, but I'm going to use the simple random sampling. So I will decrease my students into 30 students. And I also postgraduate students in Untan, Pontianak, Indonesia. Next slide. So I believe, and I also know that most of you knows that engagement in class is very important. So what if the students can engage in class? What will happen? So that will be my concern here. I'm going to use the collaborative grouping to know the effective of this study into my classroom. So however, there are still some issues in group learning hindering students' engagement. The problem mainly manifests as two forms. Firstly, for some students, they don't want to make a contribution. Then secondly, some active students may feel unfairly exploited by free riders. Free riders here means the students who don't want to contribute in their group. So, and may give up making effort because of the soccer event. Soccer event here, the free riders that feel exploited by the students who wants to contribute in the group. So next slide, please. So in this collaborative grouping, I'm using Slack to help me in problem solving. So Slack is learning for so in this research, researcher found that collaborative learning can enhance student critical thinking significantly and promote communication, problem solving skills, and relationship among students. This is from February and O'Connor 2013. Due to the problem that I found in my class, I examined students' engagement in collaborative learning groups with the help of communication tools, Slack, that I told you before. Slack is more like a platform to communication. It's much more like WhatsApp, if you know WhatsApp. But you can add more groups in Slack. Here I want to know the free rider and soccer effect can also be relief. Teamwork engagement can prompt students' learning and work satisfaction. So here some literature review. The first one is collaborative grouping. Collaborative grouping is an educational approach to teaching and learning that involves groups of students working together to solve a problem, complete a task, or create a product. Collaborative learning is based on the idea that learning is naturally social act in which the participants talk among themselves. So here I want to know the contribution of each student in grouping. So that's why I'm using collaborative grouping. And Slack is the communication platform that's American cloud-based. So it will be communication between students in group, but in online area. So teamwork engagement. Engagement is an important concept in assessing the quality of a class. So here in this paper, I define teamwork engagement as students' active participant on Slack. So every student who participate in Slack will be my teamwork engagement. So next. So the hypothesis came up here is first, hypothesis 1 will be mutual trust is positively related to teamwork engagement. Hypothesis 2 is social engagement is positively related to teamwork engagement. The third is reward balance is positively related to teamwork engagement. H4 is teamwork engagement is positively related to personal success learning. H5 is teamwork engagement is positively related to personal success work satisfaction. Next, please. And 6 will be task complexity moderates the relationship between teamwork engagement and personal success learning such that increased task complexity will has the positive impact of teamwork engagement on personal success learning. And the last is task complexity moderates the relationship between teamwork engagement and personal success work satisfaction such that increased task complexity weakens the positive effect of teamwork engagement on personal success work satisfaction. Next, please. So the methodology. So here the methodology I'm going to use is PSL. It is partial. The methodology that I'm going to use is partial least squares. So the data I gain will be analyzed by PLS. But first, I'm going to use a survey to my students. So it will be scaled by a Likert scale. For example, here I'm using strongly degree, degree, or not degree. So the data collection. There were 2 online surveys, so I'm going to use an online survey. There will be 2 types. The first survey was conducted at the 4th week. So in this survey, I'm going to examining the mutual trust, social influence, and reward of the team's members. So the second survey will be at the 8th week. So it will be examining the teamwork engagement, personal success, and task complexity of team members. Here, next. So the finding. In finding, I found that all average variance extracted, or F, exceed into 0.5, and composite reliability, or CR, exceed into 0.7. Thus, the scale has a good convergent validity. In addition, all convergent alpha are between 0.6 and 0.7, suggesting a good reliability. Here the result. As you can see, the mutual trust, the F is 0.679, and the composite reliability, or CR, is 0.914. And so on. Next, please. So, to see that the hypothesis is accepted, I will use the structural model here. The relationship for H1 is original sample 0.540. The p-value is 0.0. It means the result is supported. As you can see, from the hypothesis 1 to 5 is supported, and H6 to 7 is not supported. Next, please. So here the research model. As you can see, the H6 is minus and H7 is minus, and the other is supported. So the discussion, the writer have examined the goal of teamwork engagement in learning groups supported by collaborative tools. Firstly, research showed that students were willing to engage themselves in the teamwork when they perceive mutual trust in that team. So when they grouping, they will receive the mutual trust between each other. Secondly, the result indicate that social influence of other team members and teachers had positive effect on teamwork engagement. So they